receiver at the running back side.
Jefferson tweaked his hamstring this week. That's why he's going to have to go deep.
B.J.'s got open. It's a touchdown. Antoine Goodwin.
A preseason All-American after catching.
What's up, guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Alex. This is Those College Football Guys. Before we get started, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really helps us out. Now let's get started with part 2 of this series. Looking back at year 2 of the college football playoff, Final Four was Clemson, Alabama, Michigan State, Oklahoma. 5 and 6 was Iowa and Stanford. Now I pose the question, did the committee get these right? Did they get Clemson right? Yes. Clemson finished undefeated. And the committee has shown that if you go undefeated in a Power 5 conference, they will reward you. Sorry, UCF. Did they get Alabama right? Yes. The talent that Alabama has is undeniable. And although they lost to an Ole Miss team for the second year in a row, they went on to win their conference again. Now, did they get Michigan State right? Yes. But this is before the semis, and we saw that goose egg against Alabama. Before all that, they looked like a playoff team. They had solid wins over Oregon, at Michigan, at Ohio State, and they beat an undefeated Iowa team in their conference championship game. They looked the part before the semis, of course. Did they get Oklahoma right? Yes. Usually the number 4 spot is the most controversial because 4, 5, and 6 are usually comparable and really close to each other. But this year wasn't even that close. And the committee did a pretty good job of selecting Oklahoma. When you look at Oklahoma, Iowa, and Stanford, Iowa did not have a conference championship win, and Stanford lost twice. And what we have seen from the committee is that they're not going to put a 2-loss conference champion in the playoff. However, for fun, let's check the protocol. When circumstances at the margins indicate that teams are comparable, then the following criteria must be considered. Championships won, strength of schedule, head-to-head competition, if it occurred, comparative outcomes of common opponents without incenting margin of victory, other relevant factors such as key injuries that may have affected a team's performance during the season or likely will affect its postseason performance. Clemson, Alabama, Michigan State, and Oklahoma won their conference. Oklahoma with an asterisk because technically they didn't play a conference game but still won their conference. Iowa lost their conference championship game to Michigan State, and Stanford won their conference. Strength of schedule on the day of the selection show, Clemson was number 15, Alabama was 2, Michigan State was 26, Oklahoma was 1, Iowa was 54, and Stanford was 11. Head-to-head, Iowa played Michigan State and lost. That's easy. Common opponents, Iowa and Oklahoma both played Iowa State. Iowa won 31-17, and Oklahoma won 52-16. Now the question, should there have been more than 4 teams in the playoff based on the 2015-2016 college football season? The answer is still no. Iowa didn't really play anyone all season. Just look at their strength of schedule at 54. Stanford had 2 losses. Ohio State lost to Michigan State, and they didn't win their conference and had the number 36 strength of schedule. Notre Dame lost to Stanford and Clemson. However, they did have the number 8 strength of schedule, but still, no. Florida State had an ugly loss to a 3-9 Georgia Tech team and lost to Clemson. North Carolina also had an ugly loss to a 3-9 South Carolina team, and their strength of schedule was 33. The teams outside the top 4 weren't all that great. The committee did fine picking this year's playoff teams, and both semis weren't even that close, if you can remember. Clemson went on to beat Oklahoma 37-17, and Alabama stomped out Michigan State 38-0. But this was the start of the trilogy. Clemson and Alabama went on to play, and it was a tight one, 45-40 with Alabama winning. That was a pretty good game. So thanks guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe as it really helps us out, and comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.